Hey guys, it's Ross, and today I want to talk to you guys about really growing communities, communities that you guys can be a part of for nothing. That I think will be a great benefit to a lot of you. Instead of you guys constantly asking me questions, not that I don't like to help you guys, but there is a lot of people out there willing to help, and there's a community of people that is willing to help, many communities of people willing to help. And these are some of them that I'm a part of that I highly recommend. There's more of them out there that I'm sure you guys are probably going to comment with below that you're a part of. You know, if there's something you are a part of and you really recommend it, post it down below. I'd love to check it out. Maybe join. Most of the groups I'm a part of is about temperate fruits. Maybe some subtropical fruits like figs and pomegranates. But if you're someone that is in a temperate area and you're looking to figure out what you can grow in those temperate areas, the communities I'm a part of and I'm about to show you are really valuable sources of information. I mean, a lot of the information that I pull from, or a lot of the information I put in my videos, and then I usually pull that from people that I know that really know what they're talking about. Or, you know, obviously there's some things that are from my own experiences, but generally it's a consensus among the hobbyists. I try to include as many things as I can from actual science and scientists out there, maybe some studies that have been published from universities. I mean, that's the best source of information, but how many, you know, how many professors of agriculture, how many professors of botany or whatever out there, you know, whatever field of study it is, how many of them are at your fingertips? Very few. You know, your master gardeners, there's only so many in your area. Only so many of them really know what they're talking about. So, you know, it's important to join a group, I find, to really get better at growing, to learn more, really to become a part of a great group of people, and to really meet some very interesting and generous people. If you've seen any of my videos before this, you know for a fact that I have met some really interesting and generous people. I mean, I try to include as many of them that I have met in my videos, and they're a part of these communities. And there's many I haven't met, and they're just as great as the ones I have. So yeah, this is the first website I want to talk to you guys about, is OurFigs.com. And this is basically in my opinion, the best source of fig information out there in terms of hobbyists. This is the best one. And I can say that because the community is 100% some of the greatest group of people I've ever come across, even in person. I don't know what that is about people that are growing. It probably has something to do with people that grow things. I think they're just naturally more generous. I don't know what that is about, but maybe you guys have some kind of theory on that too. But this is really the best site for figs. I mean, they have a trading forum. You can trade. They have a forum dedicated to other fruits and vegetables and stuff. But really the main thing that goes on is the fig forum. And you can go in here and see all kinds of different things about many different things. So like another one, just one that was posted today, any disadvantages to grafting. I'm sure many of you guys have seen my videos on grafting. We're like, oh, I wonder what the disadvantages are. And then it's, you know, instead of waiting for me to put out a 40-minute video on grafting, you guys can then go to this website and get a really quick answer from certain people and get some good information. So, you know, this is to me the best in terms of figs. And other, you know, some other places you can find information on figs is on Facebook. And Facebook has a lot of fig groups that is actually becoming quite annoying how many of them there are. But this was one of the first fig groups out there on Facebook. It's called Rafed's Fig Group. And Rafed was a member of Figs for Fun, a very old, now finished forum. He decided to start his own group for his friends, and it turned into something large, and Now there's a lot of members, a lot of people that are somewhat active. But what's been happening in the Fig Facebook environment is that there's a lot of different groups. So now there's Fig Addiction, which I'm also a part of. My friend Ben in Seattle, he also has a YouTube channel. This is his group. We also have Fig Culture, and this is a Malaysian group. So growers in Malaysia have come together and formed this group. They actually have more members of any Facebook group, I think, by far. This is a really interesting group, by the way. Then you got European Figs. A lot of European fig growers that are hobbyists that you never really see, you never get a chance to talk to. They're in this group. Then you got some California fig growers. This is my friend Brian runs this one. Another great group to be a part of. What the Fig, this is another new one that came out, already has 1,000 members. So, you know, there's a lot of fig communities brewing. But, you know, if you're not so interested in figs and you want to learn about some other fruits, some temperate fruits, I would say the best place to go is GrowingFruit.org. And this is a forum that has been created by Scott F. Smith. And what happened was they originally had basically been all over Garden Web, and they got tired of Garden Web and wanted to create their own forum. So a lot of people followed Scott and joined this forum, and that has kind of become a continuation of Garden Web. And this is a really exceptional place for learning about specifically varieties that do well in your area. Maybe if you want to learn about, I would say another great thing about this forum is probably the really just in-depth information about having an orchard in itself, because there's a lot of people on here that actually have full-on orchards that they sell fruit from, you know, whereas OurFigs doesn't really have many people with orchards. I mean, we have orchards as a hobbyist, but not many of us are selling figs. This is more of just, you know, for hobbyists. This is also for hobbyists. What I'm saying is that you can find people on here that actually have orchards and sell fruit. What's really cool about this website, though, is the layout and how this forum works. So, I don't know. I guess I could show you guys. So this is just one thread, and here's the guy who started the thread. And there's just really, it's really overwhelming at first, but this is such a better way to really to have a forum. I really admire the forum software of this forum, and you'll just see a lot of different things. I mean, look at this. This is like there's so much information on this forum. It's so hard to keep up with because there's so much of it, but it's just incredible, and you can search for just about anything you want that's pretty much been on here. I mean, it's nuts, and I'm also somewhat active on this, so I just highly recommend this one as well as OurFigs. Another one I think you guys are worth looking at is some Facebook groups for other fruits. So this is Persimmon World. A friend of mine runs this. Persimmon World really has some really nice information in here about persimmons. I mean, it's just really how detailed you want to get with this stuff. I think it really can narrow things down. So like the fig forum, as an example, is so in depth about figs that GrowingFruit cannot compete in any aspect at all on figs. So if there was like a forum dedicated to pears, you know, the same thing would happen. You'd have just, you know, so much more information dedicated to pears on that one website, whereas this whole forum covers just a lot of different topics and really tries to go in depth with them, but you're never going to find it like on this website or on this group, Persimmon World. And the same thing here with Pawpaw Fanatics. This is another one. Pawpaw, this is a pawpaw right here. For those of you who don't know what a pawpaw is, it's pretty much like a mango and a banana into one that has the consistency of custard. There's all kinds of crazy people about this stuff. And then there's also Mulberry Growers USA. I mean, there's so many groups on Facebook that you guys can look at. Look at this guy. He just planted an entire orchard of mulberries in Thailand. I mean, that's just so cool how I'm able to, like, if I wanted to, chat with somebody in Thailand about having a mulberry orchard. I mean, that is just so cool to me. And this is the same thing with, like, every group across the board. You know, if I wanted to talk to somebody in Michigan about growing pawpaw, I mean, that's just so cool. Here's R. Neil Peterson, one of the largest, he's one of the biggest pawpaw people in the entire world. He bred a whole bunch of varieties out there, and I guess he trademarked, no, not trademark, he patented the varieties. And I mean, that's just crazy how you can, if you wanted to, talk to this guy. I mean, that just blows my mind. Same thing with persimmons. I think Jerry Lehman actually is a part of this this group as well. You have people like Cliff England that run England's Nursery, you know, that are a part of many of these groups. I mean, it's just really cool to see that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little preview of some of these groups, and maybe I've encouraged you guys to be a part of them. I really think it's well worth it. I mean, it's just incredible. Some of the people I've met, like I've said. And one other thing I want to say is that, you know, here's my Facebook page, and I've mentioned this page before to you guys, but I would just want to reiterate it again. If you guys really want to keep up to date on what's going on in my life, you want to see a little bit more content from me, this is the place to go. I just posted something on pomegranates. This was the darkest, most red pomegranate I've ever eaten. Even on the outside, the inside was so dark, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I mean, this is just some of the stuff I post about, guys. So, yeah, if you guys are interested in this kind of thing and you want to follow me some more, that's great. If not, I'll see you guys later at the next one, all right?